So here we are, it's 2 days before Christmas and I've been back from my trip down to Cape Turn again for a couple of days, and today, this afternoon, this evening, half an hour ago, I took the bag of finds out of the van. The bag's mainly comprised of bones I found and large pieces of pumice. The bones are very large, as I think I mentioned, probably from a cow or a horse, but they could maybe perhaps look like moa bones in the right context. So what I've done here is I've put a bone into a box. Now the box is a drawer from a sewing machine. Beautiful sculptural shape, look at that. Stands out against the dark. There's another one. There's a larger, thicker, goodness knows, probably the bone that leads down to the hoof. There's another piece of vertebrae. It's a large piece. There's my hand. It's a big piece of bone. There's a piece of fossil I found. There's another piece of vertebrae, again very sculptural. Look at that. I think that is from the tailbone of something, I'm not sure. Anyway, in here is some text. The text, so the idea here is in relationship to the assemblages that people make along the lines of Joseph Cornell, where they combine a lot of very whimsical ephemera and 3D objects. But to me there's no point, there's no story. Yes, it looks wonderful, but there's no actual meaning to it. So what I'm looking at here is creating some meaning. So what if the text in the background there relates to the finding of moa fossils, and in here there's other, maybe glued in here are maps. There can be a little box maybe down the bottom here. That could be on a box which just can be opened, because that doesn't quite fit in there. Could be a box at the bottom. With further photographs, Richard Owen, things like that. I find that quite fun. I find that fun. The original idea where this has come from was to do these more composite boxes where we had something. Here's an old cutlery box. Okay, so we open this, and inside all these things. There's some feet of a pheasant that was a piece of roadkill. Little vials that can hold things. And in the body of the box, a piece of skeleton. A radiocarbon reader. Little vials with objects in, burnt bones. Pieces of weird stuff. Bird skull. This is quite complicated, and I like it. But what I've realised with this is that this is more sculptural. That piece of bone, that bone itself is a piece of sculpture. Look at it. Look at that one. It's almost like someone kneeling down. See, here's another bone. It's the, what is it? It's a rib. Again, very, very sculptural. Here's a bigger piece of bone. It's like a club. You can see. The hand fits perfectly on it. I did find some large bones when I was in Tangarakau, and these, I think there's a pair of these. There's one up there in the jar. I think these are sheep bones, sheep shin bones or something, but they're not really all that sculptural. I mean, they're quite something, but they don't quite have it. That's a piece of whale bone someone gave me. There's some more bones. Look, pieces of bird. Other finds, beachcombing finds. But this I'm pleased with. This I'm very pleased with. This is really quite something to me. This is sculptural. The other ones, what I'm trying to say is the assemblage thing, but this is pure sculpture. This is anatomy. This is function, form. This is form and function. What amazing shapes. Look at that. Look at that. So, this is where I'm heading. Box, container of some sort, a single piece of sculptural piece. It could be a bone, it could be a stone, like this fossil. And then inside, quite mysteriously looking, this text, maps, photographs, other things that can be taken out and handled. It becomes a miniature cabinet of curiosities. A miniature one. But it has meaning. It may not be a moa bone, but doesn't matter. The information about the whole moa thing and its discovery and the fight with Haast about the origins of the moa hunters and all that sort of thing can be put in there to inspire people to find out more about our history or anywhere's history for themselves. If it can be made appealing. Books don't seem to appeal so much anymore. The internet's one thing, but if you can have something like this that's 3D that people can take out and handle, maybe takes them back to their childhood if they can remember. I'm sure we all have these pleasant memories, well, not all of us obviously, but some of us have pleasant memories of playing with our mothers or our grandmothers' button boxes. That tactile thing of opening something and there's all these treasures inside, all these different things that have been collected. This is what this relates to too. So it's the science, the domestic, the natural history, the sense of curiosity, the sense of wonderment. That's what I'm trying to capture. That's what I'm trying to encapsulate, so that it would encourage people, and myself included, to look more closely at our natural world and have a sense of curiosity. Not to say, oh, the answer's on Google, bang, 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 oh, there it is, that's the answer. But to say, well, hey, it may be, it could be, it possibly is. That sense of wonder is part of that childish thing. I think it's very important as I'm getting older and realizing the importance of play, the importance of wonder, what a wonderful learning curve play is, and imagination, how important they are, how very important it is to have a sense of imagination, a sense of curiosity, a sense of play. That's what I'm trying to encourage in myself as much as anything. I'm 65 now. 65 years have flown past. I can remember being 5 and 6 and 7. And in a way I'm trying to find that child again. And have that way of being in the world that child brings, that I can relate to. Because it's still there. It's still within me. The system hasn't knocked it out of me. And to me, that would be the culmination of the way I've lived and the way I've been and the way I am. Maybe, or maybe that's all bullshit. I don't know. Who knows? Nobody knows.